Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I hope every one of you is doing good. Firstly, please do excuse me for my voice. I have a very bad cold because of which you might be finding a difference in my voice. So please do excuse me about that. So a very important question that hunts a day trader is what would be a perfect time to trade in intraday trading? Okay, before we start with today's discussion, let me request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also make sure to press the bell icon so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification about the same. Also, by the end of this video, you will be seeing many other details about HYIT. Please do have a look as it might be helpful to you in some way or the other. Details like my Telegram channel, both the free one and the premium ones, details about my training program, etc. etc. Also, to remind you guys, we are starting the next training batch on 27th of Jan 2020. I have already put up a video explaining about the details about the training program. Please do have a look and you can get back to me if you want to discuss about it any further. Okay, so we were discussing about a perfect time to place our trades in intraday trading. Okay, now when it comes to day trading, you will hear a lot of things about the time when you should be taking up the trades. Okay, some people say that you should be trading in the morning session. Some people say that you should not take up the trades in the lunch hours, and some say that the stocks do not give any proper movement post the lunch hours, so you should avoid trading post the lunch hours. Now, I'm sure hearing all these things, a retail trader, especially a guy who is new to day trading, he would be in a complete dilemma as to what to do. What would be the time when I should be trading, and what would be the time when I should not be trading? Right now, the one thing that every one of us would love to know is what is the right answer to this question? Well, the answers will differ from person to person, but in this video, I will keep my perspective towards this question. Okay, so me being a hardcore intraday trader, what I have noticed is that there is nothing called as a perfect time to trade. The word perfect is something that does not suit the stock market because nothing can be perfect in the stock market. Okay, if you talk about your strategy, let's say for example, okay, it cannot be perfect because the stop loss gets hit sometime or the other. Okay, I'm not talking about whether you are in overall profits or whether you are in overall losses. Okay, even if the stop loss gets hit, people are in huge profits. Okay, stop loss hits is a part and parcel of this particular game. Okay, I'm talking about being perfect, which means that the stop loss will never get hit. Now, is this possible? Obviously, the only answer is no. So the strategy cannot be perfect. If you talk about the movement of the stocks, they are also not perfect because when the stock moves up, it's not the case that it keeps moving up continuously. It retraces a lot many number of times and then it might move up further, right? So the stock movements also are not perfect. So basically what I want to convey here is if you are a day trader, then forget about the word perfect. Okay, now coming to the second part of it, what would be a good time to trade? According to me, there is no specific time to take up a trade. If you ask me, I would say that the market gives you a whole lot of opportunity to take up good trades throughout the day. It depends on you, how you analyze the stock movement and how you do the technical analysis of that particular stock in order to initiate a long or a short position. See, remember one thing, guys. Rather than concentrating on the time of the day, what you should concentrate on is how the stock is moving. Okay, let me explain this with an example. Now, let's say that the market opened at 9:15 a.m. Okay, and there is a stock which is moving up continuously till 10:30 a.m. Okay, and 10:30 a.m. is the time when you actually saw that particular stock on that day for the first time, and you were very excited to see that the stock has been moving up continuously. Okay, so you saw the time and it was 10:30 a.m. and immediately some heavenly voice tells you that, bro, it's just 10:30 a.m. and it's the morning session, so the stock will move up further, so you should initiate a long position. Okay, so what you do is you initiate a long position, and let's say that it's a 500 rupees stock, okay, which has already moved up 20 rupees. Okay, let's say the current market price, the CMP, is 500 rupees, and you took the entry at 500 rupees. You set a target for around 504 or 505 rupees, and your stop loss is set at 496 or 495 rupees. Okay, so all these things were done, and you entered the trade. Okay, now immediately post you took the entry, it started falling, it started sliding, came down nicely, hits your stop loss, and started moving up again, and ultimately it reaches your target, which was 505 or 504. Okay, so what just happened? Whose fault was that? Okay, so here comes my point. When I say that you should concentrate on how the stock is moving, what I mean is, when you see that a 500 rupees script has already moved up 20 rupees, which would be 4% move, okay, which would be a 4% up move, how can you even think of initiating a long position just because it is a morning session? Now understand this thing very clearly, guys. I am talking about you concentrating on the morning session and taking up the trade. I am not talking about if the stock can go up further or not. Okay, I'm not saying that if the stock has already moved up for 4%, then it will not move up further. Okay, so if I would have been you, what I would do is to wait for the stock to retrace. I will wait for the stock to retrace. When the stock retraces and takes a support at a point and starts moving up again, that's the time when I will initiate my long position. Okay, and at that particular time, I will not see if it is a morning session or it is an afternoon session. The only thing that would matter to me is the stock is in a bull run with a good volume and with a good volatility, and it retraced, took a support, and started moving up again. So this would be the right place to initiate a long entry. This is the exact this is exactly the thing that differentiates between a successful trader and an unsuccessful trader. Okay, a successful trader will always have the patience to wait for the right time and hit hard, and an unsuccessful trader will not have that patience. Okay, another aspect of taking up the long position here are the technicals. Okay, I just said that the stock was moving up, it retraced, then when it took a support at a particular point and started moving up, I took up a long position. Now the question is, how do you know where the support was? Okay, now this is exactly where your technical analysis comes into picture. Okay, now let me explain it to you on the charts so that it's more clearer. Okay, and as I always say that all the technicals work in the market, but to have the best technicals that will work for you, you need to spend a lot of time analyzing the technicals in the live market and also in the offline market as well. Okay, so in this example we will consider the three super trend strategy which works beautifully in a trending market. Okay, let me bring up the chart in just a moment. Okay, so this is a 5 minutes chart of Century Tex. Why Century Tex? It's because I traded Century Tex last Friday, that was on 24th of January, and I made a handsome amount of money. I made around 34 or 35,000 rupees in that particular trade, and that particular trade was taken in an afternoon session. Okay, it was taken up in an afternoon session, and that is the whole point that I'm trying to make here, that there is nothing like morning session or afternoon session or post lunch sessions. Okay, you get the chance to take up a good trade at any time of the day, conditioned that you do the proper technical analysis and you know how to read the charts. Okay, so having that said, this is the 5 minutes chart of Century Tex, and this is the candle where the day started, 24th of January 2020. Okay, and as you can see here, right from the 925 candle to the 945 candle, it gave you around a 20 rupees move. It is a 600 rupees stock which gave you a 20 rupees move. So it already gave you around 3.5 to 4% of an up move in a mere uh, half an hour. Okay, half an hour from when the market started. Okay, so you being a day trader, you should not be taking up, let's say for example you saw this particular script at 9:45 and you were happy that Century Tex has been going up since the starting of the day. So you being a day trader, you should not be taking up a long position, or you should not be initiating a long position just because it is in a morning session. Okay, what you need to do is you need to wait for that particular stock to retrace. Okay, none of the stocks will keep continuously going up. Okay, they will go up, they will retrace, again they will go up, they will retrace, again they will go up, they will retrace, and then again they will go up. Okay, so whenever you see such scenario wherein you have 6 to 7 green candles, please do not blindly initiate a long position. You should be having the patience for the stock to retrace. Once it retraces, takes a support and again starts moving up, that is the time when you should initiate the long position. So where did this stock retrace? This is the time when it retraced, right? And where was the support? This is the super trend line where it beautifully took a support and started moving up, right? So this retracement thing, most of the day traders fail in having the patience here. Okay, most of the day traders, they don't have the patience to wait for the stock to retrace. They simply take a long position, okay, somewhere here, and they will put the stop loss somewhere here, and obviously the stop loss will get hit. That is not the right way of trading. Okay, whenever you see that the stock is going up, always make it a point to wait for the stock to retrace. Once it retraces, and you see the stock taking a support and again moving up, that is the time when you take a long position. Okay, so in this case, obviously, and one more thing I would like to clarify here is this is not the setup which I use in my trading. Okay, but for sure, this is a setup which works beautifully in a trending market. As you can see here, it exactly took a support at this super trend line. Okay, so and this wick, this long wick, let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, this long wick that you see here, that clearly tells you that the buyers are not ready to settle at a lower price, because of which they are pushing the stock price in the upward direction. Okay, so three things. The retracement is the first thing. Second thing, it's taking a beautiful support at the super trend line. Third thing is the wick formation. Okay, so all these things taken together should give you the confirmation that Century Tex can move up further. Okay, so you wait for the 10:30 candle to close, because 10:30, so 10:25 candle is where the retracement is happening, but you need to be sure that it is actually happening. Actually, the retracement is happening and the stock will again start moving up. So you need to wait for the 10:30 candle to close. Once the 10:30 candle closes and you get a green candle, 10:35 candle is the right candle to make your long entry. Anytime in the 10:35 candle, at any position, at any price. Okay, so this is how you should do your technical analysis and decide upon your entries. Okay, now coming to the point. So all these things happened in the morning session. Okay, but I'm here to make the point that there is to make the point that morning session is a good time to trade, but it is not only the good time to trade. You can also trade good in the afternoon session. So let's talk about my entry. Okay, so my entry, I took the entry at the 12:15 candle and I squared up my position at around 12:45 candle. Okay, I don't remember the prices, but I don't remember my entry and the exit prices, but I did catch 5 rupees 50 paise or 6 rupees move within my entry and the exit time. Okay, now why did I take the entry at the 12:15 candle? I'll give one reason. The reason was because the previous day's high was breached. So the previous day's high was at this candle, right, which is 618 rupees, and it was breached in the 12:10 candle, right? The close of the 12:10 candle is 619 rupees. So the 1210 candle gave me the confirmation that the previous day's high has been breached and it is having a good support. So it has all the chances to move up further. So I initiated my long entry at the 1215 candle. Okay, so let's say for example I took an entry at 620 or maybe at 621. Okay, when the price was 621, I was easily able to hold on till 627 or 628, and when I saw this red candle, I exited the trade. Okay, so even if the stock has moved up so high, still it moved up after we took a right entry. Okay, so that is the point which I want to make, guys, that you need to be perfect in your technical analysis rather than concentrating on what time of the day it is. Okay, irrespective of the fact whether the stock has moved 4% up, 5% up, or 7% up, it does not matter unless and until you have a good volume and volatility. And if the techs are supporting, you can always make an entry irrespective of the time factor. Okay, so do not concentrate on the time all the time. Okay, forget about morning sessions, lunch sessions, or the post lunch sessions. I would say there is no importance of all these things. The only importance is your chart and the technicals that you use. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's what I wanted to convey, guys. Please do not fall for whatever you hear or listen. Okay, use your own experience to reach a conclusion. If you are not experienced, then the first thing that you should do is to observe things and then reach a conclusion. Okay, when it comes to the market, it always gives you a lot of opportunity to make money, but it depends on the trader as to how he takes the advantage of it. Okay, so keep learning, guys, keep observing things, and I'm sure you all will flourish in the right aspects of trading. Okay, so that's it from my end, guys, and as always I would request you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please do not miss the ending of this video, as you will get to know some more details about HYIT that might be helpful to you. Also, please feel free to ask any questions or queries, if any, in the comments section, and I will surely answer back to them. Okay, also please do not forget to like this video if you liked it. Okay, so that's all from my end, guys, and I will see you all later. Hope you all will stick back. Happy trading. Bye bye.